Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first... There, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes.
You're listening to Kempire, here on the Kempire Radio Network. Former Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kandi Burruss is breaking her silence since filing for divorce from Todd Tucker. She's also addressing whether or not Mama Joyce will be doing Speak on It. Yesterday, we dropped a video giving you an update in regards to all the fans reacting to old footage of Kandi and Todd's relationship. And she's talking about some of the speculation that you guys have been talking about ever since she made the announcement that she filed for divorce. And she reveals in some of the clips that we're about to share with you that she literally did file for divorce on Friday. She gave no further details on a lot of the speculation on the prenup or whether or not Todd cheated. As I said to you before, people have been piecing together old footage, talking about here were the signs. Some people say you should have never let anyone into your marriage. Kandi says what a lot of you that called in when we had the breaking news said, 11 years of being with Todd. Todd lasted a lot longer than Mama Joyce expected. They have two beautiful children together, two children that they are going to have to co-parent. And that's what they were just doing. TMZ, and you guys ran with the title. A lot of people aren't reading articles because if you read the article where it said that after announcing their divorce, Todd and Kandi reunited, yes, they reunited for Blaze's birthday party, which included a bunch of Real Housewives and former Real Housewives of Atlanta stars. Kenya Moore was there. Shamia was there. Toya was there. So there was a lot of different people that are still surrounding and being supportive of Kandi. So let's get into what Kandi says. As you know, Kandi has her Amazon Live that she sells products and things like that, but that's also an opportunity for former housewives and Real Housewives to share updates on the season. A lot of times people are talking about Kyle when she's on her Amazon Live. They use this as a platform for them to talk about not just what they're selling, but also what's going on with them. So let me just take because these are little spliced up clips that I want to play for you guys. So shout out to those of you, shout out to the Neighborhood Talk, shout out to the Girls Are Fighting on X. I'm going to play some of the clips of what Kandi had to say on her YouTube channel. So I'll be stopping and going so that we can react.
Okay, Sage. I'm going to be very honest with you. I am up and down. Obviously going through a divorce is definitely not the easiest thing. Sometimes, you're cool, you know what I mean? You move in, you mix in, you move in, and you're hanging out with friends. But then sometimes you have your moments of sadness, and me being the Taurus that I am, I like to keep those moments to myself.
And for those, we talked about her being a Taurus and a lot of people asking, wait, was this a sudden choice for her? And I told you, I was like, okay, let's talk astrological signs. She's very much a Taurus. I believe she also has a Capricorn moon, so she's very grounded. Kandi did not make this decision lightly. And for me, her saying this is just confirming for me some of what I've been suspecting in regards to this decision. And she says, I'm surprised that she even did reality television because we do keep things to ourselves as private people. The other element, too, besides her astrological sign, she's been in the business for such a long time. The business wasn't about people sharing their lives in this way. So for her to do a reality show was also a big deal because it was taking us behind the velvet rope of a celebrity's life.
When I was on Housewives, I really couldn't keep moments to myself when I got upset, so y'all would catch me crying. But in real life, my everyday life, I don't really like for those moments to be shared with the world. So, but I am sharing with my Amazon family today. So I am up and down. And to be clear, yes, I filed Friday, but, this is something that, has been brewing for a while. So all the times you've been seeing me online like, all of that, means nothing. I've been going through it, y'all. I've been going through it. Life has been lifing me, okay?
She's been going through it. She did not confirm whether or not the rumors of infidelity or inviting people into the relationship, she did not confirm or deny that, but she does talk about there's a lot of speculation, and sometimes she wants to get out there and speak on it. I do believe at some particular point, Kandi will tell her story in some shape or form. And because she does have her speak on it, she's still doing it. She just had Dr. Heavenly on there. We played a clip from that interview where she talked about she never really imagined herself being a wife.
Well, it's not that I didn't want to be. I always knew that I would be a mother. I didn't really, this is going to sound crazy. I didn't really grow up necessarily wanting to be a wife. Mm-hmm. That sounds bad. Mm-hmm. But just because...
you got some pretty teeth.
Well, thank you.
They're beautiful. Honestly, they really are.
So I thought that was really interesting because when she recorded this, like I said to you before, she was already, I believe, because they recorded this recently, already made the decision that she was going to get this divorce. So the fact that she said that in that moment stood out to me. But she said more during her Amazon Live. Let's take a look.
I'm going to be very honest with you. I am up and down. Obviously going through a divorce is definitely not the easiest thing. Sometimes, you're cool, you know what I mean? You move in, you mix in, you move in, and you're hanging out with friends. But then sometimes you have your moments of sadness. I am up and down. And to be clear, yes, I filed Friday, but, this is something that, has been brewing for a while. So all the times you've been seeing me online like, all of that means nothing. I've been going through it, y'all. I've been going through it. Life has been lifing me. I'm going to be very honest with you. I am up and down. Obviously going through a divorce is definitely not the easiest thing. Sometimes, you're cool, you know what I mean? You move in, you mix in, you move in, and you're hanging out with friends. But then sometimes you have your moments of sadness. I am up and down. It's kind of hard sometimes when you see all the stuff online and, it's just everybody is making their own narrative of what's going on. And, sometimes I'll be wanting to comment, but then I'm like, no. So I'm all over the place. Tanya says, I'm so sorry to hear this. You guys look so good together. Thank you. Well, what I will say is, Todd and I were together our marriage lasted 11 years. We was together like 14. We got 2 wonderful, beautiful children. I have no regrets, okay? So, sometimes things don't work out, and it just is what it is. It's kind of hard sometimes. Speak on it with Mama Joyce, please. Oh, no. My mama does not need to be on speak on it right now. My mother has been very peaceful and happy. I'm not bringing her to come speak on it because she might speak too much. Speak on it.
She might speak too much. Look, here's the thing. We already know. It was just 2 years ago that Mama Joyce was at BravoCon and they were playing that game. They're like, say 3 nice things about Todd. She could barely get one out. Mama Joyce, Scorpio mom, is someone who is a Scorpio mom. You're never going, if they don't like you, they don't like you. And some people are now saying that Mama Joyce was vindicated. I've also seen some people say, well, she might be part of the reason why they didn't last. But Kandi's saying that they were married for 11 years, but they were together 14. That is a successful relationship and 2 beautiful children together. She says she has no regrets. I'm happy. I have to say, after watching her talk about it, I could see the hurt in her eyes. And I guess part of me, I think a lot of you have been sharing your hurt. Some of you have cried over this. And for me, it didn't really get to that particular place till I saw her and looked into her eyes and her talk about it. And I was like, oh, I feel for her. Because maybe I'm also connecting to the whole, like, I know when someone is really putting on a brave face when they are really going through it. Because we've talked about it. If you missed the previous live where I talk about some exclusive details that I've heard from BravoCon weekend, that there was a lot of talk about it. I think that was the weekend that she was already telling people. I don't know for a fact. I'm not saying that she was telling people, but I think that's when she was comfortable with people now knowing that this was coming. Because she had taken her Burrs Tucker, she had taken the Tucker off her social media. I think she was slowly but surely going to be rolling out. The fact that she filed for divorce says to me she already dotted her I's and crossed her T's, met with her attorney, spoke through it all. I hope, because Kandi's life has never really been this messy, and I'm not saying this is messy, but ever really been messy. I don't think you're going to see a Simon Gobadia divorce here. I don't think you're going to see one of those messy types of divorce. I hope not. And if it's going to be messy, it's not going to be on Kandi's side. But I might say, because for the most part, as a couple, yes, there have been rumors about them, and they've been very open and transparent about their relationship and inviting people into their sex life. But other than that, we really have not heard or have never seen not a united front when it comes to Kandi and Todd. And at the end of the day, that is still the father of her 2 children, and they have to be united at least when co-parenting those 2 children. And I think what we can do as a community, we don't know these people, but we can definitely wish them the best because they still have 2 young children. And I can't even imagine now that you're separating and you now have to co-parent. One of the heartbreaking things in covering divorces is hearing parents say, now I won't have my child or children 24 hours a day. There will be periods of time where they will be at their father or mother's home. And I was like, ooh, I never thought about it that way. So we're going to continue to hold Todd and Kandi up in prayer in regards to this divorce and hope that it remains as amicable as it has been. Real Housewives of Potomac stars Gizelle Bryant and regular Robin are sharing their thoughts on running into the Osefos at BravoCon, running into Karen Huger and Monique at BravoCon, and their thoughts on Mia Thornton's most recent arrest. And Mia Thornton is out of jail and celebrating her birthday on social media. I told you she could not wait too long to say something. So everyone has been asking me, Kempire, is Mia out of jail? Well, according to our friend Angel, when we were live recapping Real Housewives of Potomac yesterday, apparently Mia got out of jail on November 21st. She was arrested that Wednesday. So whatever that date was. She spent the night in jail. Well, I told you it wouldn't be long before we actually got some sort of statement or some sort of post from Mia. Mia can't stay off of social media for too long. Well, she posted a couple of posts, including some photos, some black and white photos celebrating her birthday. In the first post, Mia says this: reborn, recentered, refocused. Year 41, allegedly, we'll say, with that age. Maybe it's soft, wealthy, protected, and intentional. Mia Moore. Then she puts a quote: this new year is about rebuilding, refining, and rising with purpose. I'm grateful for the clarity that comes with adversity, and I'm committed to moving forward with integrity and grace. Thank you for the love, my loves. Okay, so she had all of this aha moment in this week, in the last couple of days? Okay, girl. Mia then says, in another post with another photo, composure over chaos, grace over noise. This birthday, I'm choosing alignment, elevation, and elegance. Always. She puts another quote. This past week reminded me of the importance of staying grounded, especially when life feels loud. I'm stepping into another year with clarity, accountability, and gratitude. Challenges don't define me. How I rebuild does. I wish I could believe this, but I feel like this is what Mia always does. She comes out with a beautiful quote, and then some other sort of tomfoolery comes out of her life. Girl, we don't care. Just return the $11,000 worth of furniture that you allegedly stole. Okay, moving on. Let's move on to the Reasonably Shady crew. We talked a little bit about this during our recap of Real Housewives of Potomac's latest episode, and I said, Robin, you missed an opportunity to allow people to see you on this show. I understand not maybe signing up or the friend of, because some people were saying, she should have been a friend of. She was offered a friend of contract and she turned it down. But I still think that she should have showed up and filmed for this moment, because it just kind of made it look like you were bitter. It also made it look like you're not a real friend to Gizelle. But Gizelle seemed to be okay with it. So let's get into some of the clips that everyone was reacting to yesterday when it comes to Gizelle and Robin talking about a couple of things that happened during BravoCon, because for those that didn't know this, Robin was at BravoCon. She wasn't a part of the RHOP panel, but she was a part of other panels. So let me just play for you the first clip. Shout out to our friends over at Jade's Reality Blog, where we're getting these clips from.
You saw Monique. Monique told me.
Yeah, I saw Monique.
Did she tell me? I think she did tell me. Probably. I saw Robin. Yeah.
I saw her twice. So ran into her like in the hallway, and she was just like, you could just tell she was just so happy to be there.
Yes.
Like she was super excited, just taking it all in.
Right.
But we saw each other, we hugged, we took a picture.
Nice. Love.
Yeah.
Love that.
And just like, hey girl. Because I mean, to be honest, the way the show was edited, it looked like Monique and I had beef, which we really didn't. Like I didn't really appreciate all the social media nonsense that kind of took place surrounding season 5, but Monique and I didn't have beef at all.
Okay, so somebody told her that we talked about the Green Eye Bandit and who gave us the name.
Okay.
On the podcast. Yeah. And she was like, it was me. And I said, are you sure? And so she said, I said you called us Ren and Stimpy, but it was the other thing. I can't remember what she called us. And she was like, I said at the umbrella. She forgot the whole umbrella. And I'm like, how do you forget the umbrella, Monique?
Right. How do you forget that?
Yes. But she says she thinks it was her. Do you think so?
So someone messaged me on Instagram, I think Tamika, and said it was Ashley when we rolled up into Ashley's restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
I just saw that moment recently in regards to them rolling up to Ashley's restaurant. And I believe she did call them, I remember, because I've been watching like these random clips lately, and I do recall it was Ashley who said it, but I'm not sure if Ashley was the first one to say it. But here go Monique trying to take credit.
She said it was Ashley. She's like, for the love of Potomac.
Right. It was Ashley.
Yes.
And then probably Monique just like picked it up and ran with it. Okay.
So
we'll give it to both of them.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, okay, now we got to go back and watch. Was that season 1 that we wrote about? Season 2. Season 2.
Season 2. Yeah. And Monique was there season 2.
Yeah.
I can speak from my panel. Like I was actually like super happy she was on the Potomac panel because I just felt like out of all these girls here, like she knows what to do. She knows what to say. She knows how to deal with this. You know, not everybody on my show knows how to deal with BravoCon.
Yeah.
Even though that was Monique's first BravoCon, I just felt like she's got enough experience.
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah, she's got enough experience.
She just jumped right back in.
Okay, did you see the Grand Dame?
I did.
Did you? I did. Do tell. I wanted to be there when y'all saw each other because I wanted to start some Karen Robin mess.
So I saw her. I gave her we hugged.
Yes.
And she said, tell Gizelle that I have street cred now.
What?
I was like, huh? I'm like, you have street cred, Karen? I said, let's put the street cred to test.
Yeah.
Let me see it in action, Karen.
What did she do?
She's like, oh, no, you don't want to see that.
Why does Karen act like she hasn't seen Gizelle since she got out of jail? So I thought that was interesting.
I want to hear that. I'm like, really? That's what you say? When you see me that you have street cred? Is she trying to scare me?
Oh, yes. She was trying to let you know. Don't be coming for her.
Okay.
Because she gonna whip out the jail on you.
Yeah, let me get my people out. Let me get them ready.
She gonna karate chop jail you. Okay.
Street cred.
Oh, you gotta love Karen Hugo.
Yes, but she looks really good.
She looked great.
Yeah.
She looked great.
Looks really good.
And I will say this, according to my sources, Gizelle she felt the absence, and a lot of you watching this season of Real Housewives Potomac felt the absence of Karen Huger. So her talking about Monique really knowing what to do. And I also have heard that Gizelle wasn't really happy with the newbies, saying that they really weren't bringing it. and that she really had to carry. That's why I said you're going to see Gizelle and Ashley work overtime this season in regards to producing this show. Every time I'm seeing some of these interviews, I'm like, oh, this is just confirming for me what I've heard behind the scenes that's been happening during this season of Potomac, is the fact that Gizelle was working overtime. The newbies were not bringing it. So the fact that Monique came in as someone that's done this before, that's probably why she's also like, oh my God, at least Monique is here, because we had our beef, but oh my goodness, Monique's here, so I won't feel like I'm carrying the weight of everything on my shoulders. And that's why I think they're also happy to see Karen back as well.
Really feel like she's in a new space.
Yeah. I hope so. I mean, I hope that when you all, I'm curious to see what she sits down and says to Andy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was a good conversation. I do know a little bit about that conversation, but yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I think that, that'll be good to see. I think that, she wants to own where she is right now and how she got here.
Yeah.
Which is half the battle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I would think for her, as it should be for anyone, that it's probably pretty freeing.
Yeah.
So, even though going to jail is horrible, being arrested and being, going through that public humiliation of those videos, I would think that for someone like her who has kind of been carrying a lot of just stuff behind the scenes and never really wanting to own it or acknowledge it or address it, that this is probably pretty freeing for her.
And when she came out at the Bravos, she got a standing ovation.
I saw that.
And I saw some comments were like, this woman could have killed people, this woman did this woman did that. Like how why is it that she's getting a standing ovation now?
Right.
Shit, she served her time. She is, and wait before people want to just beat her when she's down. Let her show you that she's in a new place.
Right. So yes, let her show us that.
I get that. And I'm here for her serving her time, but we can't forget that she was forced to go to jail because she refused to admit that she had a problem. She could have taken someone's life. And remember, during the season, she showed no accountability. It was very disrespectful. And I think she was humbled because she did not know that the world was going to see that camera footage, that body cam footage from her arrest. I'm sure a lot of that was humbling. I get why people were like, why are they giving her a standing ovation? But I also get the Bravo universe and how they are very easy to forgive and forget about bad behavior like this. When we covered this Karen Huger story, we had quite a few different people that have been affected by drunk drivers, lost friends, family, or have been a victim of a drunk driver call in. So it lands a little bit differently when it comes to people that have been through someone that has had a DUI.
Yes. So I kind of I understand people's sentiment, because if I lost someone to a drunk driver,
Totally.
I would have a really hard time accepting that, someone who has been arrested 4 times for drunk driving is getting a standing ovation without really hearing from them, without having them say, whatever, I have struggled, I made horrible mistakes, I urge everyone not to do it. It's like, it was, so maybe for those people, it's a little premature.
I understand that. I can say I've talked to her and I feel like she is understanding the magnitude of what she did.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's talk about Mia's arrest. So Gizelle and Robin talk about Mia's arrest.
Are we talking about Mia?
Yes, we can talk about Mia now. Lord, the Real Housewives of prison.
No, I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that. Because Mia's no longer a housewife of Potomac.
Okay.
So we're not going to add that title for her. Okay? Leave. We're not in prison. I'm not a goddamn criminal. God damn it.
I'm like, at this rate, I'm going to be...
I mean, I could understand Gizelle being embarrassed because you have to remember, she's an OG. I'm sure she feels very invested in what this show looks like and how it's depicted. So I can understand, like, okay, we had this one going to prison, this one potentially going to prison. Now Mia, I can understand, like, the P does not stand for prison, but that's been the running joke on social media.
Next, y'all.
No,
or parole.
I'm going to jail
You ain't
for,
going to
but I'm going to
jail?
be next. I don't know what it's going to be for.
You don't commit crimes that I know of.
It's going to be for something stupid. I don't know.
I'm not putting that on me. I ain't going to jail.
No,
I don't
I'm
commit
not.
crimes.
I don't plan.
I'm not a criminal.
But
I
yes.
don't steal things that are not mine.
Yes.
Even men. I don't even take people's men that are not mine. Okay?
Okay, so Mia Thornton the other day was arrested at the airport. She had a
Child.
warrant out for her arrest for stealing furniture from a
Rental property.
a furnished rental.
Yeah, so like staged or furnished.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And they made, I don't know the whole story, but it made it seem like she was trying to make a getaway at the airport.
Well, if you watch
I have to say that's the way it feels, but no, she didn't know that she had a warrant out for her arrest. But apparently, you have to keep it in mind too. The owner of the condo claimed that Mia moved out in the middle of the night on October 28th. So it does feel like, damn, she moved out and then she ran off. Like, where was she going?
body cam, she says it's in storage.
Yeah.
So you took it.
Right.
And apparently I saw some other, I don't know if this is true, but I saw some other video and they said that the woman, the owner, was in China.
Okay.
And I guess Mia thought this woman was never coming back.
Okay.
And took her furniture.
But why would she put it in so you put the furniture in storage
Yeah.
to do what with? Like to
Listen. Mia was trying to make out like a bandit. Her and Ink, because Ink was there too.
Really?
They mentioned his name.
No, she said something about Gordon. She asked the police if Gordon.
Let me clarify for them because y'all need me on the podcast. No, I'm not going. Here's the thing. So the apartment was in Mia Thornton and Jared McGriff, a.k.a. Ink's name. Hence, I heard that he was also arrested too. I haven't seen a mugshot or any proof of that. So, but in the body cam footage, which is Robin about to mention, she mentions Gordon's name. Gordon apparently was also there when she was trying to get bail. Despite her throwing Gordon under the bus, he's still very much loyal to her.
Was still at the airport.
No, it is whatever Ink's real name is. That was the name mentioned.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's recent.
And she said something about a roommate. I heard her say something about emails and her roommate.
Okay, so this said
Now her grown self having a roommate.
update: Mia Thornton accused of moving out with ex-boyfriend DJ Ink.
I don't know that I believe this headline.
Oh, this headline is not true?
Yeah, I don't know.
In a report, condo management company alleges that
Jared
Fields
McGriff.
Thornton, when was her last name? Fields, ever?
That's her maiden name.
Okay. As Jared McGriff.
Okay, yeah. So he's Jared.
Yeah. This is allegedly. I don't want nobody coming for me.
Okay, so his name was probably on the
lease.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that he was involved in stealing the furniture.
But he's going to be blamed if his name was on the lease.
Yeah.
But my
He's
thing, we're talking
responsible.
about $11,000. Like, what are we doing here?
Right.
Me, a girl, you could have called me. I'd have probably given you $3 for some furniture.
I'm just confused. My confusion is, okay, so they were moving out in the middle of the night. How? I don't. If there was a warrant out for your arrest, this has been ongoing. I don't know. It's very confusing.
It's all strange.
Very confusing, but at the end of the day, it is a crime to steal somebody's furniture.
Yes.
And I'm sorry that she's, put herself in this situation. Sorry.
Are you?
I am.
Why? You thought about it and you decided to commit a crime. and now you feeling sorry for her? I don't.
Okay. I feel that whatever's been going on in her life lately, it's not just this incident. I just feel
Have
like
you talked to Mia?
I have not.
Okay, so how do we know she's going through something?
I'm just saying, okay,
Mia's always going through something, probably. That's why.
Let's start with, her family, she got a divorce. They lost their business. She got a divorce. She left, town for a man, which kind of like ended up being the demise of her on the show, which I think she probably had planned to be on the show for a while. She moves to Atlanta for this man. She breaks up with this man. She gets with another man. She breaks
Bobby
up with
V.
him, or
Are they breaking up with her?
Okay, they break up.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I just feel like she's like searching for something and like, just something's not stable in her life. That's just my perception from what I see.
So I'm guessing that regular Robin is the reasonable Robin as well in this reasonably shady podcast.
This is called life. It seems like life is lifing for her.
Yeah.
And when life starts lifing, you've got to make good decisions.
Yeah.
Come in.
You know what it is? When you think about people's past, we always have to remember what Gizelle has gone through. So I can see why she probably lacks some empathy for Mia. Because she's like, if I could go through what I went through with Pastor Jamal Bryant, then you should be able to get it together. I never went to jail over that man, and I could have.
Great choices.
That's true.
I think she's making some poor choices.
Yeah.
That in those cases, I never say, you know what, I feel sorry. Not in this case, goddamn it, because we know Mia. She did this and she thought about it, and this is what she decided to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, but if you want to feel, because Robin's always feeling sorry for people, I'm here for you on that. But I'm just no.
I just for anyone that is going through any type
She's
of
not on my prayer list.
issue, okay, I just hate that they have gotten to a point where they're in this situation.
That she felt like she needed to steal 11,000
Yes.
TV off a wall.
Yes.
This, you know how much TVs cost nowadays? $50. Like, this is not expensive shit. Like, what's happening here? Why is she taking furniture?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the part I don't understand. If she moved out in the middle of the night, why do you put it in? I don't know. It's
Don't make no
it's
sense.
weird. I don't think we have all the details.
And for those that may have missed it, I've been keeping you up to date. What we didn't know at the time of the breaking news that Mia was arrested, she had been sued by the landlord for unpaid rent. Then we also found out from Us Weekly that she was also sued in North Carolina for unpaid rent last year.
But
Let me tell
clearly,
you, I'm calling Jacqueline
she
over the
should have given
weekend.
the ladies furniture back.
Now she calling Jacqueline. Oh, Lord.
I'm calling Jacqueline over the weekend.
You
I'm
gonna get
getting
the tea?
No, as a matter of fact, I'm going to have Ashley call her. Because Jacqueline, we know she loves spilling the tea. Jacqueline going to give it all the business.
Oh my gosh.
I was talking to somebody about it. I can't remember who. And they were feeling like she did this as a stunt.
No.
And I'm like, no, you don't stunt your way to jail.
No.
You know? Like to get back into like the news.
Oh no.
I don't.
Not with this.
No.
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 I do want to say she looked very good in her mugshot.
Did she?
Yes.
Okay.
Her mugshot, she looked good.
Better than Wendy.
Oh yeah. It was that's what Wendy was going for. Like Mia gave what Wendy was trying to give.
Wendy was going for my wig is on crooked, and Mia was going for glam, airport glam.
Yes.
Okay.
No, but it was like natural. It was like natural airport glam.
Yeah.
She looks good.
Yeah.
I like her mugshot.
Okay. Well,
You gotta give her that. Come on now.
Okay, fine. But Mia, girl, if you're gonna do this, like, do it for real. Like, still $250,000 worth of furniture, not $11,000.
No, because that's gonna get you serving time. This is like a misdemeanor.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
What's the threshold for Miss?
No, it's not a misdemeanor, y'all. I mean, at least based on our research, when we initially reported on this, it's not a misdemeanor because of the amount. You're talking $11,000. I think for a misdemeanor, I can't remember. Okay, let me look it up because I have it saved here in regards to this. I have it right here. Oh, hold on. It's right here. Remember, I told you in regards to this is going to be a long video, y'all. Let me go back up. Okay, so Okay, why this is almost certainly a felony in Georgia. Because between $1,500 and $5,000 equals a felony. Georgia bases theft penalties mostly on the dollar value of what was taken. $5,000 to $25,000. So $1,500 to $5,000. It's felony. 1 to 5 years in prison. Can be sentenced as a misdemeanor. $5,000 to $25,000 felony. 1 to 10 years in prison. Can still be treated as a misdemeanor in the judge's discretion. So it could be considered a misdemeanor, but based off the amount, it's not. $25,000 plus felony, 2 to 20 years in prison, no misdemeanor option. So possibly it's still a felony, but she could be sentenced as a misdemeanor. Because the furniture is valued at $11,000, that squarely lands in the $5,000 to $25,000 ban. So legally, she's facing a felony theft range of 1 to 10 years in prison under Georgia law, with the judge allowed to treat it as a misdemeanor instead. I don't know what her record is. I believe she might have been arrested before, but I don't know. This will be up to the determination of the judge knowing her full record. Eesh. So it could still be treated as a misdemeanor, but based on the amount, it falls under the guidelines for a felony. Okay.
Misdemeanor. Is it 14,000?
Oh, I don't know.
It's something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. But
okay, misdemeanor. Right. She did a little community service. She should be good.
Yeah. actually, just give the people their furniture back.
That part. Like, what? Give them the key to the storage facility. Or, girl, just bring it back.
Yeah.
I would have that furniture and that TV hooked up so fast. What?
The minute they say you have a warrant out for your arrest and she was aware, oh, no. I was just joking.
I don't think she was aware that she had a warrant out for her arrest. And if she was, that was real dumb of her to go to the airport. I don't think she was aware.
Like, I wasn't really taking your furniture. Like, damn, relax. Like,
oh, gosh. And clearly,
I don't want your ugly, nasty, filthy furniture anyway.
Yes.
Your cheap furniture. I don't want that.
Where is Bobby Valentino and all that?
That furniture was not cheap. $11,000?
It is. Does he have furniture? Anyway.
I don't think she can fit it.
He has children's furniture.
Fun size.
He has fun size furniture.
Damn, not Bobby Valentino get catching strays during this.
When you go and you visit your kids' kindergarten class, you guys sit in those little chairs.
Okay, we
are done. We are out of here. That is our episode.
You are done, officially done, but we're not done, guys, because there was more to some of the things that they talked about during their podcast. So Gizelle talks about seeing the Osefos at BravoCon, and she talks about how Eddie Osefo looked stressed when she saw him. She seemed, even in this week's episode of Real Housewives of Potomac, and she saw Eddie, she was so happy to see Eddie. And remember, I think a lot of us were surprised when she talked about her relationship with Wendy. She was like, it was strained, but she's always liked Eddie.
If I guess for her to be there.
Oh, yeah. I did give Wendy a hug.
Okay.
And Eddie.
Yeah. Okay, nice.
Told them, they're in my prayers.
Right.
Thoughts and prayers. They're making my prayer life increase.
Okay.
And Eddie looked a little stressed out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he looked a little shooketh. And rightly so. We'll see what happens with that. But we now have a new criminal on our hands.
Wait, I'm not done with BravoCon.
Oh, we're not done with BravoCon. Let's get into it.
Yes. Speaking of Wendy, I thought it was brave, I guess, for her to be there.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
And I guess I'm kind of like, well, if I'm trying to think of I always try to put myself in the person's shoes.
Yeah.
Right.
You didn't see her, did you? Okay.
Like, what would I do in that situation?
I'm surprised they didn't run into each other. However, it seems as if Wendy was only there for the first day of BravoCon, and that was for the Real Housewives of Potomac panel.
I show up when I not show up. Mm-hmm. And so maybe the thought process is like, well, I'm trying to win this case and I'm trying to be innocent. Mm-hmm. So if you don't show up, then you look like you're not innocent and you're ducking, right? Versus if you show.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think the reason why the motivation behind Wendy actually showing up was, first of all, it's a paid event. They're going to need the money according to this investigation, according to prosecutors. Part of the motivation behind this insurance fraud was because they're in substantial debt. Not sure if that's true or not, but they're being paid very well to go to BravoCon. So I'm sure she wanted to, first of all, have that first public appearance because she knows that's going to get a lot of press. But also, she wants to cash in on this opportunity. I don't believe they had a booth because if they weren't there the entire weekend, I'm assuming they did not have a booth.
Up with your head held high, and that could possibly give you a chance to look like you're innocent or you don't have anything to hide or your life is moving forward. You know what I mean?
We've seen this before with Karen, and it didn't work well for her.
That's true.
I felt like if you want to show the court that you are humble and remorseful and trying to change your life, then you
lay low.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm looking at it from, I agree with you.
Right.
However, from a court's perspective, I think it's a little different.
So then what do you think was her motivation for being there?
I think she wanted to be there. Listen, she obviously filmed the whole season of Potomac. She wanted to be a part of the Potomac panel. I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, she is integral to the season.
I like what Gizelle says here, and it goes back to what I was saying at the top of this video in regards to her feeling like the newbies weren't bringing it. So listen to what she mentions about Wendy and her importance on being in this cast.
For sure. And shoot, we don't have too many people on Potomac that know what to say or do. She is one of them. So I was happy she was there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good.
I thought that was interesting. I thought that was really interesting. It seems as if Gizelle really does have respect for Wendy and what she brings to the show. I think, if anything, because Karen wasn't there this season, she's learning to have respect for people like Wendy Osefo and Monique Samuels. So, I don't know. We shall see. You're welcome to the Reasonably Shady podcast host. We talked about your podcast. Now we added 10,000,001 downloads to the tally. Guys, if you would like to hear the full episode, you can hear the full episode of the latest episode from the Reasonably Shady podcast on the Black Effect Network. I want to know your thoughts, guys. What did you think of what Gizelle and Robin had to say about everything that played out in BravoCon, Mia's recent arrest? Do you think that this should play out on the next season of Real Housewives of Potomac? Do you want to see Mia return so she can talk about this? I don't. And what do you think about what Robin had to say when it comes to running into Karen, running into Monique, which I thought was interesting? She says that they never really had beef. And I was like, oh, never thought about that. And what Gizelle had to say about running into the Osefos and saying that Eddie looked stressed. I mean, can you blame him? Innocent or not innocent? You're facing serious allegations, and you have to prove your case. So we're going to continue to follow this story. Thanks for tuning in to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network. Don't forget to give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. And for more information on the podcast, head on over to KempireRadio.com.